Hey everybody, Justin here. I just want to share some things with you today. Some real numbers from a real person doing real online reselling part-time. I'm going to share with you my goals for the year and how I plan to do that month by month, week by week. Um, and also maybe some things you can do to help you set some goals, and sort of how I track those goals on a general basis. First, I want to show you this item though. This is a brand I just sold. It's a shirt that I just sold that was a brand that I never heard of. Let me show you here. Let's see. This is a really nice shirt actually. I just sold this. It was up for a couple weeks. Look at the nice pattern on that. It's a cotton and wool blend, and the brand is Viella. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it, but paid $4.60 for it. Sold it a couple weeks for $25.60 something shipped, and that's a pretty good sale. I'll take that all day. Sometimes I do find new brands. You can do your brand research on eBay, check out the comps, the completed listings, and the sold listings. Or sometimes what I do, I just flip through, and it's sort of process of elimination. You see so many of the same things that aren't worth anything, and then you'll see something that is worth something when you're flipping through, shirts, etc. And then you see something you've never heard of before, look it up. And so I found that one. Anyway, excuse me. I'll show you I'll share with you my goals that I had for the year. We really didn't have a yearly goal. I had a monthly goal. With my normal job, I teach high school full time, 4 kids, married, and so after all the bills are paid, the things that are need to pay are paid from my normal salary. There's not a whole lot left over, so I needed to do something to get that income. So online selling is not extra income for me, but it is side income apart from my my normal job. Would I love to do it full time? Heck yeah. Is it plausible right now? No, it's absolutely not. The stability of having the bi-weekly income with a family is irreplaceable for me. So anyway, whether it's your main job or your sort of side hustle, you need to have a plan. And so this was my plan. I decided that with my regular salary, I needed to earn at least $1,000 extra a month. All right. And so to do that, I wanted to list at least 100 items every month. Okay. So I'm going to get to $1,000 a month by listing at least 5 items every day, Monday through Friday. So that averages out to about $100, about 100 items a month. All right, on a $500 budget. So I said I got $500. I'm going to use this money to get product and to resell it, and to hopefully at least double my money and make a $1,000 profit. And so I started tracking it, okay, to see progress towards my goal. Now, so far it's February. Today's the last day in February, and so I've met that goal this month, and I met it last month. So I'll just show you sort of how I break that down. I have a monthly goal in mind, and so then I ask myself, what do I need to do to meet this monthly goal? All right, that's where the listing 25 things a week at least comes in. All right, so you say, what do you want to do for your monthly goal, and then what do I need to do every week to meet that monthly goal? If you have yearly goals, same thing. I have a yearly goal. What do I need to do monthly to meet that goal? And then what do I need to do weekly to meet that monthly goal so that it adds up to my yearly goal? All right, so setting goals is super important. And I do keep track of all this, and some of it is more, I don't know, advanced, like a spreadsheet, than others. But essentially what I do, I start filing these things away, my monthly expenditure and income. And I'll show you how I do that real quick. I share this on various Facebook groups every week, and it's just mainly to help keep myself accountable, And you got to be careful when you share stuff on Facebook, because whether it's a reseller community or not, Facebook is Facebook. So you share a bad week or you share a decent week, and then you've got people that say, well, that's not really a good method, or you really are putting down a lot to make a little, or and they don't get the whole picture. So if you put something on Facebook, man, unless you got all the time in the world on your hands, just put it out there and let it ride. If somebody has a legitimate question, answer it. If you want to make a comment that's worthwhile, make a comment, but you don't have to answer every little thing that somebody's arguing against you with. They're not stressing about it. They just post it and move on. So anyway, this was my monthly report here, and this is just a small spreadsheet. I have a spreadsheet that I'm not going to show you today, but it keeps track of my my expenses on items, and then my other expenses like my subscriptions, office supplies, stuff like that, and then I keep track of the mileage in my car. So this is real easy. This is my month's report, right? So I just put it on a spreadsheet, and I've got my income. I've got it from eBay and Amazon, and then the total, the fees from eBay and Amazon, and then the total, the product expenses right over there, and then other expenses like my subscription fees, and then miscellaneous. And on this sheet, I had everything up under miscellaneous. I've got it broken down in another spreadsheet, but here I'm not looking for individual things here. I can always check back to what it's at. So that's what I do. And then I have the total expenses minus I have the total gross minus the total expenses, and then I get my net. All right. So for the month of January, I was able to list more than my original goal, and I'll show that to you real quick. I just got a calendar, printed it out. Look, this is even what it looks like. I do it daily. All right, can you see? That's kind of bright. I do it daily. All right, here's my goal: eBay greater 5 or greater every day, and I cross it out when I do it. Now, what I decided was I have time on Wednesdays and Saturdays to take pictures. So Saturday, I take enough pictures to last me until Wednesday, and then Wednesday I take enough pictures to last me until Saturday. Now I'm starting to, if I have my 5 listed for that day, I'm starting to just take a ton of pictures. All right, and that's really helping me get more than 5 up a day. So, but I just mark them off. Like the first week in January, I listed 29. That was great, 4 above what I wanted. And 32 the next week, 34, 24. All right, and then 29 that next week. And so I'm doing more, but I at least want to get that 25. Sometimes you get easy things or things that you can do multiples of and stuff like that. So my total listing down here for January was 131 listings. Now I do have an eBay store, so all those were free inserts. But I listed 131 items. All right, so that's 31 larger than my original 100 that I wanted to do. So that's great. And the price is really reflected on that. eBay for January, I made $2,347. Amazon, I do FBA, is $2,317.05. So total gross income of my online selling for January was $4,665.19. Now this is part-time, and these are real numbers, all right? Real numbers. I'm not fudging them, okay? And I know it's not a whole lot. You're not going to make a living off that, but for me, it provides what extra I need for my family, and it's right on target with my goals. So that is perfect, all right? The fees for Amazon were the fees for both Amazon and eBay were $1,812. And the total product that I spent, I did spend over in product. I wanted to do 500 in product. I did 690, and so that was a lot over. But it was okay because I had the money coming in that month. I do spend $119 in subscriptions every month. I'm subscribed to a third-party listing a website for Amazon FBA, and I'm subscribed to a third-party scanning app for FBA, and then the eBay store and Amazon store. All right, and I'm not sure. I may not have included the Amazon store in here. I have to double check on that. So anyway, the total expenses were $27.28, and the total that I made right here, if you can see it, what is it? $1,935.97. That is amazing, right? That was $900 something over the $1,000 that I wanted to make. And what really helped this was I had some books on Amazon FBA that I didn't even remember that I had sell, and that really helped bring in that extra income for January. But then in February, the long-term storage fees hit. I had to dispose of a lot of stuff, and Amazon was not so hot in February for me. It actually hurt. I came out just about even, right? And then this next disbursement just came out today, and I made $100. So that was nice. It was better than the $14 that I made my last disbursement by the time all the fees and disposal things came out. And so what I do, that's my monthly thing, and then I have a weekly that I do and I post, and it's the same thing. All right, I have it here. I have my Amazon income, my FBA income, the fees, the subscriptions, and that's it. You got your basic income, your basic expenses, and then what you have left over. All right, I include product expenses in my weekly and monthly reports that I do. Now, according to the IRS, if you have inventory, it's not an expense until it's sold. It's considered an asset, and I realize that. But what I'm calculating is a net spendable income. I'm not interested in the stuff that I can't spend. All right, so net spendable income is what I'm interested in. So for the first week there, I made the $577.78. I had to make some alterations. I had to add some stuff in there, so I just went back in and circled it. I mean, these are from my own personal records to look back on and reflect, which I recommend everybody do. Right? It's easy, and so I just keep it every week. And what I do to get that, I go to Amazon and I print out the report, and I print out the date range summary report. And this one was from January 1st to January 7th, you know. And then the next one was from the 8th until the 14th. And so I just do that until the end of the month. And then for eBay, I do have Reports Plus, and I do use that sometimes. But if you don't have that, you can go to Performance and go to Sales, and then go to Expenses, and you get a report that looks like this. So I just print screen those, and then I copy and paste them onto a Word document, and I print them out. All right. And so that tells you, like, the income was $542.67, and then the expenses was $169.75. All right, and then it gives you the breakdown and stuff like that. But that's what I do. I get those reports, put them on Word, print out the date range report for Amazon, and then I have my little spreadsheet here that tells me weekly what I'm doing. Now, sometimes the weekly stuff can be kind of scary because, like, one week I may spend more on inventory, and there was a day this month that I was actually a week in February where I was like $160 something negative, which really sucked. But overall, for the month, I made my goal, and so that was okay. But I really want to work on that, not spending in the inventory if you're not having that hot of a week, or simply cutting back sometimes on spending in inventory, because I typically tend to go over and still have stuff that I could list. Like, I could stay home listing instead of going out. But I think that's something that all of us struggle with. So anyway, I do that, and then I get these 4 or 5 depending on or 3 depending on how many weeks or whatever there are in the month. And then I have my weekly and my monthly report, and then I just file it away. I file it away in my little file folder. Looks just like this. Bam. I clothespin it all together, or paperclip it all together. So I got my weeks, and I got this on top, and then I paperclip it all together, and I throw that in there. So then I can look back and review and see how I did. All right. So overall, January was a pretty good month for me. I hit my goals. I made over what I anticipated, and it worked out well. I had some rough spots in February. Like I said, I'll talk about those in a different video, probably in a couple of days here. And I'm sorry, when the end of the month is up. And these reports, since I do them weekly, they don't take me very long. They don't take me very long to run, and they're great for my personal reflection. Yeah, so I'll probably my plan is instead of posting every week on Facebook, which I'll probably still do, I'll just do a little video, a little short video, and let everybody know sort of how the week went, the ups and downs of it, of reselling part time, and then just put up here to share with you guys. And if anybody has any comments or any questions, anything that they'd like to ask, any ideas, feel free to leave a comment. Hit the like button. I do plan on putting out more videos. So I enjoy doing the videos. I enjoy sharing with people the information and the knowledge. I enjoy helping people. So like I said, if you have any questions, leave them down at the bottom, and I appreciate it if you hit the like button. But keep picking, pick well, and list a lot. Keep that listing going, and always beware when you're watching people on YouTube or Facebook or something like that with the numbers that they share. There is no doubt in my mind that people are doing great, making a killing, full-time living on eBay. Right? I know for a fact people do it, but a lot of people have a tendency to share their gross numbers. Like I did $200,000 on eBay that last year. Well, that's great, but if you had to spend $180,000 to get that $200,000, then that's not so great. So what I'm going to do in my videos, I'm going to share with you real numbers from a real part-time reseller. All right, the good, the bad, the ugly. Some weeks might be ugly, some weeks might be good, and then I'll let you know how it all worked out at the end, and also what I would like to do to improve it, what you can do to improve, and hopefully everything gets going well, and we all get some good sales.